Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Life. You see, we still have some construction stuff going on behind us, but I wanted to come out here today and tell y'all a personal story about something that has happened to us, and I really want this to serve for y'all as a warning not to get caught up in this trap. I wish that somebody would have told me, hey, don't do this, because apparently it's coming a whole lot more prominent in our society, and I was definitely a sucker caught up in the middle of all of this. So I'm gonna tell y'all all the story from start to finish. So then I'm gonna tell y'all how I shared my story and some of the feedback that I got. It's literally gonna blow y'all socks off, but I want us to go ahead and jump right into that, because I don't want y'all to make the same mistake that I did. We got scammed out of $150. I don't want y'all to make that same mistake, because this is something very, very common in our society, and a lot of people just don't realize. I don't think of how much more common this is becoming. I know I sure didn't, and you know, we're kind of awake to a lot of the things that are going on, but I sure didn't realize that this was on the rise like it is with the holiday seasons coming up, where this is probably one of the biggest things that you see during the holiday season, and I don't want y'all to get caught up in it. Okay, for starters, I had somebody call this China Mart, and it kind of made me giggle, but you know, we do have a local Walmart here, and there are some things that our local businesses just don't have like Walmart has. So there are times that we have to go into Walmart. You know, we're completely meat sustainable. We grow a lot of our own fruits and vegetables, but it is almost impossible to grow things like lettuce here. When we hit a certain season here, even the heat tolerant lettuce, for example, just cannot tolerate it in our area because it gets so hot in South Mississippi. So sometimes we just have to go in the store. Well, recently, I had purchased a gift card, a Walmart gift card from our local Walmart as a gift for somebody else. I put $150 on it and got a call back from the person. Actually, it was just several weeks ago, and they said, Misty, we tried to use your gift card and it won't work. So I was like, look, no big deal. I still have the receipt. So we went in and dug up. It has the very first line, the amount. You can see on there, I hope you guys can see the very first line on there has $150. That's where I put it on to check it out. I did self-checkout, and I know some people were saying that maybe some of the workers may be actually taking a card of their own and swiping it so that the money will load to it. That was not the case in my situation. I checked out my own card, entered my own amount, went on with my own business. So when I got this call, I was like, no big deal. Your card might just be messed up. I'm gonna send a picture of the receipt to you and let you take it to the store so that you can show them that obviously the numbers match up and $150 was loaded on the card. So then I get a call back that says they're saying there's nothing that they can do in the store. I had to call Walmart. They wanted a bunch of information. We sent all that stuff in, and then I got an email back along the lines of saying, let me pull that up for you guys, that basically they were not going to take responsibility for this. It says, recently you requested a personal assistant from Walmart customer care. Below is our response and a summary of your request, and then they give you a reference number, and then it says, hello, after careful review, we found your account is in violation of our terms of use with respect to Walmart gift cards. As a result, we're unable to process a replacement, refund, or adjustment. If you place future orders, they may be subject to cancellation. You may continue to buy directly from your Walmart local store. Per our terms of use for gift cards, in the case of fraud, misrepresentation, abuse, or violation of the terms and conditions, Walmart reserves the right to refuse acceptance of a card and take all available action, including the forfeit of any card balance. That is just a big, long, fancy paragraph for saying too bad. So me and Colby went back up to Walmart actually today, which is why I'm still kind of venting on here because I'm still a little mad from that. Went back to Walmart today and talked to the first lady that got my card. She was like, your strip doesn't work. So I was like, no ma'am, that's not it. So we have already been up here. We have already gone through this. Someone brought me the card, and it was a gift to them. They told me it didn't work. I told them to take it to customer service. We've already gone through all these steps, and I got this email. So she gets on the phone with what calls the automated number, types all the stuff in. Then she realizes something ain't right. So she gets on the computer from her end, types in all this stuff, and prints out this little sheet. And she's looking at it, and she's like, okay, give me just a minute. Let me call somebody up here. Then somebody comes up there. Then somebody else comes up there. And she's real nice, y'all. I mean, she's real nice. She really would help me if she could. Then they call somebody else up there. Anyway, long story short, they start looking at all these numbers on here, and they're like, yes, we can very clearly see that your card has been scammed. Apparently there's a number that they can look at. I don't understand what all these numbers mean, but obviously they have been trained to recognize certain things like this. And they said, we can see where basically you loaded the money and it was almost immediately taken off to a Walmart store that doesn't even exist. So I was like, okay, well, good. I'm glad you can see that. Let's get it fixed. And she goes, well, we can't. And I'm like, okay, you can see that I've been scammed, but you can't fix the problem. No, ma'am, you got to call Walmart. I said, we've already done all that. We've called. We've sent the stuff in. I showed you the email. They said they're not going to do anything about it. And she said, well, really, there's nothing we can do about it. You will have to call them back again and get somebody on the phone and talk to them and let them continue to give updates on your case. So anyway, we're in this conversation, and then I end up asking her, I said, how often are y'all seeing this? Is this something that you're seeing a lot of? And she said, it used to not be, but it is now. Now Walmart is seeing tons of scamming on their cards, but yet they're still sitting out on the Walmart checkout. So I don't really get that. You know, I feel like if Walmart is selling me a card that you know this card can get scammed, and you know that my money could get taken off of it, then why are you still selling it? If that is going to be your business, then Walmart, you should stand for this, because you knew that somebody could take my money, and yet you didn't bother to take the card off, and then I gave you my money. I ended up getting stolen from because you sold me a product that was already scammed. You should stand in responsibility for this card. It's got your name on it. Walmart, it's got your name on it. If this card was already scammed, then I paid a scammer that has your name on it. So I don't feel right about that. I feel like that Walmart should immediately be able to look at this. Even the person that we talked to on the phone said, I can very, very clearly see that you've been scammed. I can see that that account has been frozen. Well, it don't matter now. All the money's gone. And then she says, we're going to investigate. So this is our second time on the phone. Just let me make this clear. So the first time we sent all the stuff in, they sent me the email. I go back to the store, and they're like, no, literally, there's nothing that we can do. Oh, it's out of our jurisdiction. There's nothing we can do. Now, that to me, again, is a whole nother story. I feel like if you're the store responsible, then you should be standing in responsibility for that. And they could have very easily said, okay, let me put you another $150 on a card because I see that yours was scammed. We sold you a fake product and took your money, and they should have replaced it. Supposedly, they can't do that. So after we get back on the phone with them again, when I go back up there again, and I'm like, somebody's got to help me, and get back on the phone with this lady, and I'm still like demanding help, they still say it's just going to be investigated and that I just need to go back and refer to that case number, and they're just going to look into it. Well, long story short, after all of this is my bottom line. So I just told y'all my whole story. Even in the conversation after I began questioning her, is this something that happens a lot? And she says, we're seeing a lot of it now. And yet Walmart's still selling the cards. Go figure that. Walmart is scamming people. I won't say that Walmart is doing it, but Walmart is allowing it. If Walmart knows that these cards can be scammed, then it is their responsibility to take these cards off the counter and stop selling them to customers. Bottom line, okay? Bottom line, hands down. End of the story. You should not sell us a product that could be tainted and you not stand behind it. But in the conversation with the lady, she tells me, she said, look, it's the same number. Again, y'all, I don't really know what she's talking about. She said something about a 2117 or 2 something 7. I don't know where she's getting all that from. I don't know what a lot of this stuff means. I'm just telling y'all. So RD stands for redemption, and you can see there's a bunch of RDs on here and reloads. I don't know what all that stuff means. I'm just telling you that they can look at this and tell that I've been scammed and that this is happening more and more. Why are you still selling the cards? Okay, that's my biggest question. But also, she tells me while I'm talking to her that just 2 weeks ago, apparently whoever this same number or card or whatever, she said that it's a Walmart number that doesn't actually exist, and they just dealt with this in our local Walmart 2 weeks ago, that a man had put $1,000 on a card. $1,000, y'all. We work hard for our money. You work hard for your money. $1,000 is a lot of money, and that is really enough to make somebody mad. $150 really kind of ticks me off, but $1,000, y'all. And she told me, she said, we literally just looked at this. With all of this was the exact same from somebody else 2 weeks ago that they were dealing with on the same card. Now, my card was purchased back in June, so we didn't even realize all this was going on until just a couple of weeks ago when the person called me and said, hey, the card is not working. And then when we started, all this started kind of unfolding, it has just been wild. So a lot of y'all know that we had major problems with scammers and stuff back on Facebook, probably this time last year. And I made a whole video about that and what happened to us on Facebook. But I still have my personal page. I deleted all of the other accounts because I think it's ridiculous that you can put your name out there and then somebody can use you to not only put stuff out there that's inappropriate, but once you have a monetized system set up, that they can then steal from you, and then they can put things on your page to look like you and steal from others. I ain't having that. I ain't doing it. So I went ahead and deleted all that. That's why we don't have a homestead page anymore. That's why we don't have an Instagram homestead page anymore, because I cannot stand behind something like that, knowing that somebody could use our good name and try to scam you guys. I'm just not going to do that. So I still have my personal page to keep in touch with people locally. I really didn't want to do that either, but this is my thing behind that. We do a lot here on our farm, and when we need to get the word out, the easiest thing to do is get on Facebook, and just like Juliet, this is a whole different story for another day. I let Juliet out a couple of days ago to use the bathroom. I usually stay out there with them, but I have not been feeling real good. I didn't want to stay outside and get too hot because y'all know I've been battling a cold. And she was rubbing all over me, getting hair all over me, and we were leaving that afternoon to go somewhere. So I walked back inside for a little while. Y'all, she ran like almost a mile down the road, and thankfully somebody found her, took her home, took care of her until we could get her back. But I was able to use Facebook to say, y'all, Juliet is missing. She's got to be around here somewhere. Somebody's got to see her. Y'all please let me know. And I was able to use Facebook to get in touch with somebody a mile down the road that I didn't even know that was at a local business, took her home somewhere else, and was able to take care of her. And I was able to use Facebook for that. So to really kind of use that communication with our local community to let them know maybe if we're doing butchering classes or whatever. So I said all that to say I took this to Facebook to warn others. Guys, do not put your money on gift cards, because apparently scamming the gift cards is a big thing now, and you can't even go put money on a card to give to somebody without scammers stealing it from you. So you get shafted. The person that needs to benefit from that also gets shafted. But so I put it out there, guys. Please don't quit buying gift cards. Quit buying gift cards. And the amount of responses was unbelievable. I'm going to read you a couple that said what has happened to them recently, and then I'm going to, because I just want y'all to see how common this apparently is becoming. So one of my followers that follows me on Facebook, that I'm friends with in our local community, said, I was gifted a $250 Walmart card shortly after my husband's death. It would not work. I did not want to tell the person, but I also didn't want them to just throw that money away, and I know that I would also want to be told. So I told them. They provided everything that was asked for of them and got a similar letter, because I had posted also the email that they're basically telling me they're not going to give me my money back. And so she says, also got a similar letter. I'm still not over it. I hate Walmart, wrong on so many levels. So that was one person. Someone says, that is horrible. I saw where people were stealing parts of the card numbers off, and when people load money on them, they are immediately getting the money off, which was exactly what happened to me. So she says that she's found this out because she's been hearing similar things. So someone else said, yes, happened to other people I know. Then one person says, yes, I bought one at Christmas last year and put $175 on it as a gift. When they opened it, the last 4 numbers were scratched off, and we had to call and order a new card. It took us about 2 hours on the phone and 10 days later. Now, this doesn't say it was Walmart, but apparently their card was already scammed. This person says, yep, happened to me at Sonic. This person says, I saw your post shared by someone else. I've had this happen recently with Walmart and KFC. Curious to know when you called them for your card balance. It did say, did it say you had a balance or 100 or 0? So anyway, she was asking me questions about what happened to me, because this has happened to her at Walmart and KFC. I bought 2 Applebee cards from Walmart. One worked and the other didn't. Same thing happened to me, to a member of our family, but it was a $100 Walgreens card. They did everything like you said, you did as well, but still refused to do anything about it. They said try calling the Attorney General. So here's one more. This has happened to us in February. Our Sunday school class gave us $175 when my husband had surgery. They put it on a Visa, wouldn't let us use it anywhere, and they said there was no money on it. Let me go over to my private message. I had one in particular I want to read to y'all. Just saw your post on Facebook about your gift card. Her son and his wife and her daughter and their husband got, I don't want to give y'all their names though, so that's why I'm kind of fumbling over my words. But they both of her son and daughter, I know this lady personally as well, both of her son and daughter got married like within a year of each other, and she said that they got several Visa/Vanilla gift cards. I've never even heard of a Vanilla gift card for their wedding gifts. Both her son and daughter had at least 4 or 5 cards that had anywhere from $100 to $150 put on them. People would give them to them for them to use on their honeymoons. They tried to use them and none of them would work. Neither couple, neither her son or her daughter, were ever able to use them. They tried to call, get it straightened out with the companies. The companies wouldn't work with them. They finally gave up trying, and she said, so we understand how frustrating this is. So, as we see this becoming more and more common, I'm telling y'all as a warning up front. I know Thanksgiving is coming up. There's a lot of giving during Thanksgiving, especially to your needier families. Christmas is coming up. I know for me, it's easy to say, hey, I'm going to run and grab a gift card from here, here, and here. And that way, if I have like a last minute gift I need to give or whatever, I can just stick it in a bag and run. Y'all, not this year. I'm not doing that this year. Our lesson has been learned. And I really feel like if these companies know that these gift cards can be hacked, they need to pull them off the shelves and quit selling them, because they don't do anything about them. They're selling us basically a nothing, and we're giving them our money. Y'all, do not let these big companies and these scammers take advantage of you, especially with the holiday seasons rolling around the corner. It is so easy to go grab a card and put money on it and give it as a gift. But y'all, I'm telling y'all from my experience, I'm warning y'all from all of the experiences that have just been shared just in the, like, since I posted that like a day or two ago, of people telling me that this has really been happening to them. The lady at the store that was like, I'm really sorry that this happened to y'all, and I asked her, is this something that you're seeing more? And she said, yes, it has been happening more and more. I know that it's going to get worse during those holiday seasons, because what do people do? They go get cards and put money on them and give them to people. I'm telling y'all, please don't fall in that trap. You need to share this with your family and your friends, because I know it was only $150 for us, which is a lot of money for just the gentleman that was in there trying to do the same thing. 2 weeks ago, it was $1,000 for him. Y'all, do not give your money to these scammers, and the companies are not standing and responsible for them. If they know this is going on, they should pull the cards off. I just wanted to give y'all a forewarning in advance, because I don't want y'all to get taken advantage of. So that I hope y'all will share this with your family and friends as well. God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.